And now, back to PTR Radio.
I made a little list of some of the things that you discussed. Bestiality, abortion, eggs, Irishmen who drink, nuns, premature ejaculation, breastfeeding, and farts.
This is PTR Radio.
Welcome, everybody, to the fabulous interweb. We are back, PTR Radio. It's been 2 weeks, although several of my co-hosts don't think it has.
Yeah.
Evidently, I'm the only person paying attention to the calendar.
I was caught in a time warp.
Rare things are going to be coming your way the last half hour of the show. I'm not going to spoil it, but something that has never happened before happened, or it never happened this way. I think we can safely say, never have we had a movie review quite like this.
That's true. I will say, apparently I wasn't the only one, but my excuse was that last weekend, not the weekend we just came through, but the previous weekend, I had actually driven up to Chicago on Sunday, and then I saw 2 performances of Mystery Science Theater 3000 live.
Okay.
And then stayed overnight, and then still managed to drive back to Springfield and get back to work on time.
Well, that is a feat.
But
you had adventurous weekend then while we were off.
Yes, but I found that experience threw off my sense of time. And so because of that, I thought that was that last week instead of the week before. And so I figured, I got another week to watch these terrible movies.
See, you were like, oh, I got another week. And my wife is normally like, isn't it a show night for you? And I'm like, we just had one last week. It's our week off. She expects us to have a show almost every week. I mean, because she can't remember when we had a show. And I'm like, you're above where we have a show. I mean, she is directly above us right now.
I just happened, I saw the notification on Slack.
Yep.
I saw the stuff you've been pasting up. It was like,
yeah.
Shaggy's getting some stuff ready for next week. And then I just noticed the subject at the top said
724.
I was like,
Well, see, I just go under the assumption that we have a show. If I don't know, I go under the assumption that the show is Monday.
Yeah.
Right? And because it's better for me to plan to be here than to be like, it's next week, and then have to scramble at the last minute to come in.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I mean, I seriously had to take several minutes looking back through old emails to make sure that I was wrong and not the subject in Slack was wrong. I mean, I was that convinced.
For those of you that don't know, I did put out a message this morning. How'd you like my show announcement this morning, Mike?
I thought for sure that Shaggy was getting a little afternoon delight when he wrote that. Because I've never seen a show announcement that was so, what's the word I'm looking for?
Gangster. Street.
I was thinking more like millennial. Because you're trying to do a twist on Netflix and chill, which, is like new.
At this point, it's old.
Well, I don't know. This is how old I am, basically, because when I saw Netflix and chill was actually a thing where people would actually be like, hey, you want a Netflix and chill? I thought that was code.
Well, it is code.
Well, apparently not for what I thought it was.
I thought it was code for have sex. Am I
yeah,
wrong?
I figured that. No, I figured that one out later on.
Okay, what did you think it was code for if it wasn't have sex?
First, I actually thought it was just it was just okay. Literally, hang out on the couch and watch Netflix. I didn't realize that it was like a dating kind of thing. I thought it was like, you know, like I could say to my friends, "Hey, you want to Netflix and chill tonight?" You know, I didn't think of it as like a relationship kind of thing.
I guess it depends on how close you are with your friends.
Well, but then I had the conversation with some friends, and when it dawned on me, he was like, "Yeah, you know, my daughter's hanging out with her boyfriend. They're just going to Netflix and chill." And suddenly a light bulb went off, and I had to warn him. I said, "You realize what that means? You left them home alone. You realize what that means, right?"
Yeah.
And he's older than me, and then he was like, "Oh, wait a minute.
I gotta go. I gotta put the parental block on Netflix," is what he meant to say.
Suddenly it became, okay, remember that scene in Bad Boys 2 with Reggie at the front door? Like, come on, we're going for a ride. I need backup. Okay.
Well, it's not like he could be mad. They told him exactly what they were.
Yeah, I mean, they basically said, "Hey, we're gonna have sex on the couch."
And he said, "Okay, see you later."
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, the lie that's been perpetrated for years and years to us from Home Depot and Lowe's and Menards. It's not that type of false advertising. The kids were telling us the truth. Menards, Lowe's, and Home Depot, they are deceptive advertisers. Have you seen this lawsuit, Mike?
I probably did, but refresh my memory.
Now, when you go to the store and you see something advertised as a 4x4, what do you expect the dimensions to be, Mike?
3.5 by 3.5.
Nope. It says 4x4, damn it. And it should be 4x4 according to this lawsuit.
Yeah, and how much do you expect your half-pound burger to weigh?
I want it to be a half pound when I eat it, damn it.
No, the burger says half-pound pre-cooked weight.
Yeah, at least there it's plainly obvious. They have the little star, and then they have it underneath on the board.
I have never seen that on a McDonald's.
It is. I used to help change the McDonald's board, so I know that it's there. All weight pre-cooked.
Oh, so you have to get out of the car and, you know.
What? You're not walking in? To support the economy. Walk in the store.
How is that?
It's better to walk in.
Okay.
It's just better. Don't be lazy. Don't drive through.
Now, I just want to point out online,
Yep.
if you go to look up a 4-inch by 4-inch by 8-foot #2 ground contact pressure treated southern yellow pine post,
Named George.
model number 194354 for those following at home. In the product overview, it does say actual dimensions. 3.56 inches by 3.56 inches by 96 inches. Now, if they wanted to try and sue for false advertising, they could say that this thing is not 96 inches long because that would imply that the board is straight.
And they rarely are.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Shaggy puzzled me with his McDonald's thing. of I am hurting the economy.
That's right.
By going through drive. Okay, so if I go through the drive-thru, I have the woman standing outside the McDonald's taking orders.
No, the woman stands outside McDonald's. What woman stands outside McDonald's?
Oh, but there's a long line. They put an extra person outside.
The hell? No,
yes,
they don't.
Do. Yes, they do. So
you're thinking Chick-fil-A. McDonald's doesn't do that.
You have a woman standing outside taking an order. You have the person in the first window taking my money. You have another person at the next window who gives me the food.
No.
Okay. Now, if I walk inside, I have a touch screen where I create my order, and maybe another person who happens to be the same person who does the drive-thru will hand me the food when it's done.
Well, no, only if you stop going inside. See, they will stop posting people at the counter if you stop going inside. They'll replace them with machines. The robots will rule the world.
They've already replaced them with
wait.
machines.
I was going to say, you think.
Go ahead.
You really think that by Colin going through the drive-thru, that's going to stop them from replacing those front-end people with machines? No, because that's profit margin that they're...
Oh, no, see, they're employing the elderly inside.
No.
If you go inside, at least around here,
McDonald's has already
the
said...
youth run the drive-thru.
McDonald's has already said they're putting in the touchscreens.
Fight against the man, Colin. True 4x4s.
Like going inside and using the touchscreen.
No,
I'm fighting the man.
No, you break the touchscreen. Punch it hard. All right, and tell them I want my old grandma and grandpa back taking my order, screwing it up to teach me that, I can't have it my way.
Listen.
Nice, and they'll say I can never enter here again.
Well, sometimes you got to go to another
Wait
McDonald's.
a minute. Isn't Have It Your Way Burger King?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm just telling you, all right? It applies to all fast food places, really. I mean...
All fast food places should have touchscreens instead of cashiers.
No.
Look, you listen to me. Then they can move those people to the back so that they can make the food faster.
No! We need to make the food slower.
No.
Yes. All right.
Because if they make it faster, then the drive-thru won't get backed up.
But he doesn't want us going in the drive-thru.
No, you're contributing to global warming.
I got to drive to get there anyway.
No, ride a bicycle.
If they're
If you ride a bicycle, you'll be promoting so many people. You're not helping to make America great again, Mike.
If I was going to ride a bicycle to get a freaking McDonald's Happy Meal, I wouldn't be riding a bicycle to get a McDonald's Happy Meal. I'd be riding a bicycle to get a damn salad somewhere.
No,
because then I'm trying to be healthy. No, you listen to me. If you speed up the drive-thru, okay, put the touchscreens in, move those people to cook the food faster so the drive-thru moves faster, less time the cars are idling, thereby reducing global warming. Thank you. Good day.
You can't put more than 3 people in those kitchens, Mike. That's the problem.
If you don't need registers at the front end, you just have a window where people can pick up their food and the touchscreens are further out, then you can expand the kitchen.
Or you could be like I do and replace the fries with a side salad. Because then,
that's un-American.
Because then you don't need anybody making fries anymore. Just make my burger.
That's the whole reason to go to McDonald's is the fries.
Then you're putting because then you're putting McDonald's out of business. All right. Look, listen. Ain't nobody going to McDonald's just for a salad. Let's be clear about this. All right. If they are,
you go to McDonald's for 2 things: fries, 3 things: fries, McRibs, and chicken biscuits.
They don't have the chicken biscuits anymore.
Oh, I did have the Chick-fil-A breakfast biscuit, and that was pretty good, by the way.
Chick-fil-A is so loaded with MSG that I can't eat it.
But that's what makes it so good.
I can't. I go into a coma right after, literally.
Sometimes a coma's worth it.
You know what the biggest problem is with Chick-fil-A?
That they're not open on Sundays.
No.
That they don't believe in birth control.
They're not Popeyes.
No. I had, well, actually, I didn't have Popeyes, but I had Bojangles. Right, which is kind of like Popeyes. Bojangles is if Popeyes was more upscale.
I said,
that was pretty good.
I like Chili's, and he's like, no, Chili's is smart. Well, I haven't actually been to Chili's, but Applebee's is terrible.
Well, I have had Popeyes, and I hate their green beans. I hate their mashed potatoes and gravy. All right, maybe they're only good at chicken, but I don't think so. Because if you can't get green beans right, what is the hope that you're going to get chicken right?
You don't get green beans at Popeyes. You get the red beans and rice.
Yeah, that is just gross. All right. No. Welcome to Fast Food Hour here on PTR Radio.
Well, wait a second. I just closed out of the Home Depot thing. Hold on. I got to pull this back up because this is ridiculous. As I'm reading through, just before I close it, I'm looking at the specifications. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And on this particular item that I pulled up just a second ago, and I quoted you the model number so you can go back and listen. Lifetime limited residential warranty against rot and termites. So now, every one of the 4x4s that I have purchased, I got to dig out a receipt for because it says it's good for ground contact, right? But if I put it as like a weeper on a walkway and it starts to rot, Now I got to keep another receipt. I got to keep.
You got to take it back. You got to dig it up, take it back, and say, "Here, I want another one. Here's the receipt."
Yeah. How's that work?
Which, by the way,
how does that work?
You know that thermal paper disintegrates after a year. I mean, the ink on it is no good. It fades, which is why you got to scan everything in.
You can put it in the freezer.
Actually, you don't even have to do that.
You keep your receipts in a freezer.
No, I'm saying you could put it in the freezer.
Okay.
No, if you sign up for the free Home Depot Pro account, which is kind of like their rewards program on shit you're never going to buy, because apparently somehow I get bonus points on paint, and I can use that to get a discount on more paint.
Well, that's because Mrs. 8-Man signs up and says, "Hey, we need to repaint."
But part of the perk of that is anytime I buy anything now with either my Home Depot card or the other linked card, I get a receipt emailed to me automatically.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about the thermal paper disappearing. But nonetheless, this confuses me. How they can provide a warranty on this.
Yeah, because how are you going to take back a 4x4 that's holding your deck up if it's rotting? You know?
And what happens if you try to take it back? What if you do take it back?
Yeah.
You go and you pull the screws out, you pick it up, you throw it in your car, you drive to Home Depot and take this rotting piece of wood to them and say, "I want a refund."
No, I want a replacement.
Yeah, just a replacement.
So they'll say, "Okay, go ahead, go pick one out."
Then you'll spend 2 hours trying to find the straight one.
Mm-hmm.
Or more.
Yeah.
Or God forbid, you got to get somebody to bring them down off of the rafters.
Oh, good Lord, if you got to get somebody with a lift.
Buddy Bo Bob, who the only certified forklift operator on this shift, is busy with another customer trying to sell a faucet.
And you can't climb those stairs, those rolling stairs, God forbid.
Yeah. Well, not that I'm going to climb those stairs to carry down a 4x4.
Well, no.
Or larger, but.
All right. All right. We have gone completely off topic on that one, and that's good. That's what we want to do. So, if you want to get in touch with this show, at PTR Radio on Twitter. As always, follow us on Facebook as well, PTR Radio. I did not get the phone hooked up tonight, so we don't have the phone tonight. But, you can always leave us a message, 877-787-8822, and we'll play it next week. Or you can chime in on Facebook on our live. Mike is keeping an eye on that, and you could pop up on the screen if we like your comment enough.
Yeah.
So that could happen. By the way, thanks everybody for downloading from the podcast feed. Numbers are up this month. We appreciate that. I think part of that has to do with the fact that I've been posting the audio-only versions of On the Road Again with Shaggy, which has started back up. Had a few new episodes. So, Colin, for people like your mom who get car sick, they can now listen to the audio-only version and not get car sick. So,
well,
there's a version for everybody in that segment.
Or you can just, not look at the screen.
Yeah, or you could not look at the screen. So, all right. Also on tonight, Mike, I see you wanted to talk about the future, where we just pay for things by swiping our arms.
Yeah, so in Wisconsin, there's a vending machine company. This article just happened to pop up that they're going to microchip their employees. And my first thought was, what the hell kind of crime do they have in Wisconsin? I'm thinking like pet microchip. This way, if they find a body, they can identify it. But no, this is literally out of Demolition Man.
Well, and I don't think this is the first company to do it, though. I think somebody else did it. Well, but maybe they says that that's the first one in the U.S., but I could swear that I had seen an article, and maybe it was this same company, but yeah, basically, from what I remember, it's basically an RFID microchip is what it is. Yeah, so it says they'll be able to purchase items in the office's micro marketplace. All right, it's a vending machine company, so this marketplace they're talking about is probably like downtown Japan, where everything is vended.
Yeah. out of a machine. Open the doors to its building.
Yeah,
I'm going to come back
to your key card.
Okay, but I'm going to come back to that for a second. Log into office computers. Okay, no more remembering passwords. Great.
Sweet.
And operate company copy machines. Okay, so when you go to make those flyers for Little Timmy's Lemonade Stand, you're going to be in trouble. They can easily trace it back to you.
Yep.
Okay, but open the doors to its buildings. At my place of business, if you see someone without an ID badge, you are supposed to stop them and ask them, where is your ID badge? Now, what the next step is, I don't know, because I've never run into this issue. But if we were to go to this, then people would still have
to wear something that would identify them as, yes, I am an employee, not just a wacko swiping my arm, shadowing you into the office.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Like something like this, they probably wear uniforms. I would, that's probable. And with the name Bob, on the thing, but uniforms can be stolen.
Oh, they get dry cleaned all the time. I just snagged one from the dry cleaner. Uniforms
don't have pictures, your face on them. Although, if someone was interested in doing that, I do know a company that can make them for you. Just saying. But
your face on the back with your name.
Why not? I threatened somebody on Facebook. They were talking about how they for some reason, this guy, an old friend of mine, has this obsession with Blanche from the Golden Girls. And I photoshopped and threatened. I said, you realize that this could happen. And I put Blanche's face in the middle of a hockey jersey. And I'm surprised that he hasn't come beating my door down yet, asking me, where is it?
Yep.
But anyway, so I don't know how I feel about this. And when you look at the article, the chip is not like size of rice. The thing looks to be like an inch long.
Well, I mean, no, I think it's probably half an inch. I think it's probably a couple of grains of rice,
And what happens when you get fired?
When you get terminated?
Eventually somebody's going to get terminated.
Yeah. So
right?
So along with your well, you wouldn't be turning in a badge, would you? Here. All right, we're letting you go. Put your arm down and we got a scalpel. I would guess that all they're going to do is deactivate the number that's inside the chip. Like you do to badges. Because even though I turn in my badge, they're going to deactivate it. Just in case.
You know what? That's fine. But until somebody tells me the long-term effects of what this chip in my hand is going to do to me.
Well, I mean, part
of the severance package better be the removal surgery to take the chip out.
Well, you think about it. People implant stuff into them all the time. I mean, we got pacemakers, artificial hips and knees. I mean, we got, steel plates that are getting put in people's heads.
Oh, and I get that.
We got all this stuff bigger than what we're talking about here, which is a little pill being put in. So am I scared of it? No, because I definitely see it happening eventually.
I don't see it happening in our lifetime.
Well, I think towards the end of it, right now, I was reading an article the other day. They have a basically it's a camera in a capsule. You swallow it, and then they with a wand can go and pick up the signal from the camera, and then you just pass it.
Yeah.
So you don't mind sticking a camera down your gullet and having it trail all the way through.
Okay, but there's a difference. There's a natural exit for that camera.
Well, ain't you ever popped a pimple? I'm sure there's a natural exit for this thing, too. You just got to try a little harder. I
don't know. I don't know. And okay, so if I have this chip and I get hurt on the job, can I not go get an MRI now? What's the chip made out of?
Let's put it this way. It's been FDA approved for 13 years.
That don't mean.
You know how many drugs aren't available because they haven't been cleared through the FDA? All right? It takes 2 seconds to put one in and 2 seconds to take one out. So, yes, sorry, you're fired. Click. All right. See you later. I mean, it could be that simple. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it could be. I don't think this is anything to be scared of.
Well, I just think it's totally unnecessary.
Well, it is unnecessary today.
But nobody has been able to hack Windows Hello. And I don't need a microchip in my hand to use Windows Hello. I just need to look at my computer and it says hello and logs me in.
That is annoying, by the way, when you're working on somebody else's computer. That is I have to look at my computer and unlock it. All right, so now I have to turn it and just give me what your damn password is.
There's a pin.
Yeah, I know. There's a pin. I'm like, just give me it. Well, I didn't know we could get in that way. Yes. You don't have to put on your face just to open your damn computer up. So
I have mine
ridiculous.
set up with both. If I get up and walk away with my phone in my pocket, I turn it back off again.
Yeah.
And
Which that was one of the things I was interested in was how to take the information from my ID card and put it into my phone. Now, a lot of phones, you can get a phone case that has, card sleeves. That's fine and dandy. But I want to just program, since I already have NFC on here, and I already have Wi-Fi, and I already have Bluetooth, why the hell can't I put something on the phone that will mimic what my ID does? What my work ID does, so that I can just swipe my phone instead of swiping my badge.
Right.
Now, I haven't been able to figure out how to do that yet.
No, because it's security.
I want to do that, though. I want to be able to do that because guess what? I have left the house without my wallet. I haven't left the house without my phone. In today's world, I always have this. All right?
Well, the answer is get rid of your wallet.
No,
have your phone, like I do.
Because that doesn't fit in the pocket design for my phone.
The pocket
specifically designed for my phone.
Specifically designed for my phone is called my left pocket.
No, I have too many keys.
That's
I'm like
my
a
right
janitor.
Pocket.
No, I have 2 sets of keys.
Then you need to get rid of some of your keys.
No, because one's client keys and one's my keys.
See, I have this key organizer here.
No. A Swiss Army
Does that
knife
really
of
work?
keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that assumes you have like 3 keys.
I only have 3 on there at the moment. You could have tons of keys on there.
All right, see, this is just 1 key ring. All right.
Hey.
The other one's upstairs.
Well, I can't. How do I not have one?
So
They make these little
if anybody
things.
wants to break into our houses, just freeze frame those keys.
Yes, it is.
They make these little Shaggy. They make these little things called carabiners.
Yeah.
You can clip to like the belt loop on your pants, and then clip the keys to that, freeing up space for your phone.
For my badge.
I know. Yeah. Well, see, what they need is one on like a steel thing. That way I can.
They make those.
That way I can jingle while I walk down the halls.
Yes. This one's Kevlar.
And people can ask if maybe, I have a plunger or
That's
something.
not what I'm talking about.
Now, I know you're talking about a carabiner, and yes, I have them. But fat people tend to pull out their belt loops because we're constantly pulling up our pants. At least me. So.
You need a ratchet belt.
No, yes, I need to completely change my wardrobe because of a wallet problem and a key problem.
That's not I changed the wardrobe. That's a belt.
Yep. I need pants with different pockets, and I need a different belt for a carabiner so that I don't have to carry 2 sets of keys. And no,
See, I have a survival slide belt with a knife and a fire starter in it.
Oh, speaking of the end of the world,
all
right, and it coming, what do we think of a female doctor?
Sounds good to me.
Because evidently,
I'm okay with it. I just had
Doctor
no
Who has
idea.
been so messed up for the last 3 seasons.
I truly had no idea who she was.
I didn't have a clue either. And then somebody said today, "Oh, she's young," and I'm like, "Really? I didn't think she was that young."
I wouldn't call her young.
Well, it was.
I would think she's around the age of Matt Smith, who, someone correct me if I'm wrong, he was the youngest doctor.
He was the youngest. Now, what's interesting about her is, do you know who her previous co-star was?
Well, because she was in Broadchurch, right?
Right.
So she was with David Tennant.
Yes. So it's all still connected.
Okay. Here is my only concern with this. If they go down a road of this doctor having a romantic relationship with Bill,
Well, they're not, because
they better not.
Bill's gone after Christmas. Bill's last episode is the Christmas episode.
Is that confirmed?
Yes.
Okay. Because my biggest concern is that the doctor is not supposed to have emotional attachments, and I don't want the first one to be lesbian. Not that I have a problem with lesbians.
Well,
No, we like lesbians. They're
that's
great.
the problem with the doctor. The doctor's been having too many emotional attachments over and over and over
Tennant
again.
had one with Rose,
Yes.
and then Smith had one with Amy,
Yes.
even though technically she was taken.
Yes.
And
No, I'm not talking about emotions like, oh, you're my friend, I care for you. I'm talking about romantic make-out kissing.
well, yeah,
TARDIS becomes naughty place.
Yeah, they're close to that.
that they were bordering on that edge.
Right.
Which, really the only one that you're allowed to have is River Song.
Yes.
You have to admit, you got to be okay with that one, Mike.
Well, yes, and I caught a clip. I guess River Song was doing like a Comic-Con type thing.
Yeah.
And she knew that they were going to have a female doctor
Well,
for like weeks before the announcement came out. And somebody pointed out, like when it was actually published on the web, it was during her interview. And she kind of got excited about that. So perhaps we'll see. I would like to see River Song interact with a female doctor. I think that would make for interesting watching. But not Bill.
Well, no, because I think one of the problems they've had in the past with the doctor is that the doctor always works better with a female companion. Male companions traditionally have been
it's a butting heads type of thing.
the dog.
Yeah. Canine.
Yeah, but that thing with Mickey where he said, "Oh no, I am the dog." That's been the problem with the male companions. So now with
Except
a
for Captain
female doctor, maybe we can get a good male companion.
Captain Jack was gay, so
He was
that
bi.
changes the
And
whole
he
dynamic.
wasn't a full-time companion.
No.
It was
should've
No,
been.
because he had to go off and become the face of Bo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be great if he came back.
He won't. He's not going to anytime soon because he's too wrapped up in the Arrowverse now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm way behind on that one.
Have you seen the trailer for the Christmas episode?
No, I haven't. That just came out, yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was from Comic-Con. It was very good.
I haven't. But I did watch a really poorly, cameraed version of the trailer for Infinity War. And that looked interesting. Did you guys see that?
I have not seen that. I saw the trailer for Ragnarok.
Yeah, I saw
Yes,
the third
that
trailer
is-
for Ragnarok.
I that is one of the best movie trailers I have ever seen.
All right, now, can you please tell me when you're going to see that
Yes.
so that I can go?
Yes.
Because I missed Guardians of the Galaxy 2. All right, by the time I was
Okay.
ready to go.
I missed it too.
All right, so you haven't seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Whew. Thank goodness. All right. And now it looks like I missed Spider-Man.
Yes, because it's been replaced by Dunkirk, which
Yeah.
I did see. Now, have you seen a movie yet? Mike, we have a new IMAX.
Have I seen a
theater.
movie this year? No.
No. We have a new IMAX theater here in Springfield, and I went to see.
Some people called it a Trimax because it was a nice try, but it wasn't very good.
It's actually very good, except if you go see a movie there, bring earplugs.
Is it too loud?
Way too loud. Way way too loud.
I'll bring my new set of headphones. Not these, but the ones I got at work.
So loud. It's like, rock stars could have been in the audience going, "Whoa, that's too loud."
Our last show kicked off Prime Day. All right. Amazon called us up and said, "Hey, can you open for Prime Day?" And we said, "Sure, no problem. We'll be happy to." Okay. And so, which, by the way, if you ever really wanted to do that, we'll be more than happy to. So one of the only things that I actually bought was a new pair of Bluetooth headphones.
Cool.
Now, I went kind of on the side of I haven't spent a lot of money on Bluetooth headphones, so I'll buy a nice pair. And the pair that I bought should have been like $70, and I think I picked them up for like $40. Of course, today they're on sale for $30. But my goodness, they're not noise canceling headphones. But they're full ear like these.
Yep.
And boy, I can't hear anything. I mean, I'm at work in a total bubble there. I mean, because I can hear myself breathe, and that's about it. All right, when these things are on my ears. It is that deafeningly quiet. All right, and they have great bass and everything. So, cool. They're Blueo, I think is who I ended up buying the T3s. They were very, very good. So
now, Mike, did you buy anything on Prime Day?
I bought a Dot.
Woohoo!
Which Kim is enjoying very much. She hasn't had an argument with Alexa yet, so that's good. Bluetooth transmitter. No, I bought a bunch of stuff, mostly little stuff.
I've been buying a lot of light bulbs.
I'd have to go back and I'd actually have to go back and look, which I could do.
Yeah, well, you look it up. I'll go through my list.
And I also bought Colin his new microphone stand.
Yes, very nice.
Ah.
So I bought a Fire HD8 and a case for that. I bought a 40 count K-cup, Keurig variety pack. I bought a 8-quart Instant Pot.
Okay.
Pressure cooker.
That's not a slow cooker. That's a pressure cooker, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But you could use this because it could do things like you tell it to start going before you go to work.
And
then it cooks and then keeps it there like a slow cooker does for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I bought the Best of Warner Brothers 100 film collection.
Okie dokie.
I bought Kubo and the Two Strings. I bought Doctor Who: The Power of the Daleks, which is the second Doctor thing where they had to animate it because the original one was lost.
That
100 movie thing.
Yeah.
I think that was originally almost $400. I got it for like $78.
Oh, good.
I bought a 7-inch cleaver. I bought.
Mike and I had the same reaction to that. Somebody's going Lizzie Borden.
I bought a new comforter.
The old one has blood on it, so you have to replace that.
And that was it. Oh, except that I did have to then, after I got the collection of coffees, that really liked the Bosco coconut cream pie coffee, so then I bought a 40-pack of that. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I bought the Dot, bought a humidifier, under cabinet LED lights for the curio cabinet that Kim and I got for $10 off of one of the garage sale sites. Turns out a woman lived 2 blocks away that was selling it. And sadly, it's now, jokingly, it's a mausoleum because that's where all of the boxes and urns have gone. Let's see. Oak laminate repair tape to hide the wires for said LED lights. A Bluetooth receiver, which I thought was a receiver / transmitter, which later on then I went back and ordered a Bluetooth transmitter. Who the hell is calling me? This spam ass number again. Trying to sell me solar. Let's see, what else? Dentist sticks for the dogs.
Okay. Well, I was hoping they weren't for you.
And and a brush for the dogs, and that was it.
Now, but speaking of your spam caller, Mike, on the last show we talked about that AT&T app that you can load on your phone. That has been working great for me.
Great. I'm glad.
My phone has lit up orange a lot. And then I just know, hey, swipe, 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 swipe. All right, hey, nobody's there anymore.
Yeah.
That's been working very well.
Yes, I will agree.
And the guy at work I told about, I'm like, oh, you got to check this out. He's like, oh, I'm on Verizon. So I looked and it's like, that's going to cost you like $2 a month. I'm like, sucks to be you. You shouldn't have switched from AT&T, you jerk.
If he listened to the last show, I believe one of Colin's family.
Yes, I forget what she said, but there is.
She did say the name of the app. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mama Blair, leather passport covers, knee braces, and a blue leather wallet.
Yeah.
And sadly, out of those three, I'm most curious. What kind of knee braces did you get? Because I kid you not.
Hopefully it was the copper ones, because they give you the strength of copper.
I hate to say it, but I have a collection of knee braces that go from mild to probably shouldn't be walking kind of support.
Oh, Mike.
But so speaking of old man,
yeah.
Somebody decided that they wanted to keep a bit alive on this show.
Yeah. Which bit? We have a lot of them.
This would be the hat impression challenge, whatever the hell we're calling it now.
Yeah, the Mike the 8-Man instant hat impression challenge.
Now, this one is not going to be instant because this order may or may not have been a Prime Day purchase because it came around the same time as some of my other packages.
Oh, I heard from the person that submitted it. It's not a Prime Day.
Okay, well, I opened this box up thinking it was one of my Prime Day purchases that may have come from China. The box was about the size of, I don't know, a small carry-on suitcase. At which point I'm like, what the hell did I order? Oh my God. I made sure when I set up the dot, the first thing I did was turn off voice purchasing.
Yeah.
Made sure that wasn't going to happen. So I open the box and I see this thing. Kim's taking a nap. I decide I'm going to make sure that when she wakes up, I'm wearing it. However, I did not really think about an impression. So that way I'm kind of going along with the rules of the game here.
Yeah. Yep.
I was expecting something larger than that.
Nope. It's not larger than that. Nope. It is a light up fedora is what it's supposed to be.
So Slappy McSnapperston could keep his pimp hand strong even in the future, baby. That's right. Don't sing my theme song. Keep your pimp hand strong. Keep your pimp hand strong. I beat my hoes if they don't bring home the dough. Keep my pimp hand strong.
It's like something Michael Jackson would wear in a video if he was still alive.
Yeah, it barely fit, and it can't even really adjust it. I mean, this is like some retired in Florida decided I'm going to go to Coachella hat. Like Danny DeVito would be wearing this at Coachella.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't think it could fit on Danny DeVito's head.
However,
he's got a big melon.
I will say this. I am going to get plenty of use out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because right after opening this up, I find out that we are doing an event at the shelter, not this Friday coming up, but the following Friday, Moonlight Madness. where instead of being open noon to 4, we're going to be open 4 to 9.
Oh,
and we're going to make it an event in the parking lot. And yours truly is DJing and going to do trivia with Name That Tune or theme songs. And okay, there was more Prime Day purchases. Phone camera lens kit. I've looked at those, but I just don't. And the app for Verizon, don't read it. Make your coworker listen to the podcast or watch to get there. There it is.
Yep.
I was just looking. There is a matching bow tie.
Oh, yeah, there's a bow tie. Oh, or you can get the full tie. They have a full tie.
And glasses.
And gloves.
Sunglasses. Oh, gloves.
Gloves, too.
Okay, no gloves. No gloves. Look,
Just
I
do
draw
one
the
glove.
line of gloves here.
Just do
No,
one
I
glove.
draw the line of gloves here because I will have to, like, actually...
See, look, you can get tie, suspenders.
A full suit.
Yeah, full suit. Oh, that's what you need, Mike. Now it doesn't complement the hat. Oh, that's a bit pricey, though.
Yeah,
I don't know that $450 is agreeable.
No, what am I, Tron?
Go back to just the tie.
That's what this is. This is if Tron was going to the nightclub.
That's for the red light district in Tron.
There you go.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Look, if you really want to get crazy, okay, just find like an EL wire kit.
Yeah.
All right, and you find an EL wire kit, and I will do something
insane. Or something with one of the other hats.
I will be the first ever neon goalie. How about that?
Blocking at the speed of light. But yep. Nope, I saw that and I'm like, ooh, it's cheap. I can go ahead and get this. Yep. I thought of you when I saw that, Mike.
I don't know why. Other than the fact it's a hat.
I'm like, Mike will appreciate this more than anyone else. Mike will appreciate this.
Yeah.
And have the
that
best
is
chance
true.
out of all three of us of actually wearing it. Because I have to wear like a 2XL hat.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's a little snug, obviously. I would like, if it came down a little further, it'd be a little better. But I will see if I can break it in a little.
Yeah. So. Oh. But
I'll wear that thing to the bar next time I go to the bar.
Oh, do. Yep. Yep. I thought it looked good.
I will come up with a better character for it. I promise you.
I thought you did just fine.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the problem, okay? Like 2 minutes of an impression with the hat. I feel like if people are going through, okay, I feel like if Mama Blair and you are buying me hats, that I should put some more time in with them.
Well,
like the 1 week I went back and forth between the Mickey hat and Mr. Shathade, and we had like a 5-minute interaction there.
Yeah.
I just feel like if you guys are going to buy these hats, I need to plan it out and do like at least every show I got to do at least 15 minutes with a hat.
Yeah. And we should probably just go ahead and drop the instant.
Yeah, no. We'll drop the instant.
We'll drop the instant.
Okay.
But, by the way, talking about all the names you've come up with, names are very important, Mike. Sometimes a name can drive your entire life, you know? For example, you'd name your daughter Lexus. She's going to be a stripper. We all know this. All right? It's just a fact of life.
Well,
right?
The other fact of life is when she gets her license, you're never going to hear the end of it because she's like, well, you named me Lexus, so I should have a Lexus.
Yeah.
To drive, as my first car. How's it going to look if Lexus is driving a Chevy?
Yeah, or if you name her Diamond, or no, that's a porn star name. Just like if you name your son Bubba, don't have any higher aspirations for him than mechanic. No one is going to Dr. Bubba for brain surgery.
Okay, now let's also throw the other end of the spectrum here. Just because you name your child Sir doesn't mean they're going to be a gentleman.
No, definitely not. Or if you give them like the third, doesn't, or Esquire. No, that doesn't mean anything. However,
this is actually a good idea, Mama Blair.
Yes.
Yes. That would also assume that I drive somewhere long enough to be able to do something like that.
Or meaning you could just do it in the house, like a set segment.
Something with the animals.
Yeah, but let's see here. If you named your child Felony, what do you think their life is going to be like?
Not good.
All right. 22-year-old named Felony Hudson is accused of felony kidnapping, felony eluding, felony possession of a stolen vehicle, and several misdemeanors after police pursued him across state lines. Headline of this article, felony named Felony charged with new felonies. Now, if his full name is Felony Misdemeanor Hudson, all right, there's some foreshadowing there. So, I could not believe this article. Who in the right mind names their child Felony?
Well, okay, the key qualifier there, in their right mind.
And we've heard it all. We've heard Lamangelo, Orangelo. We've heard Excite, spelled E-X-I-T. We've heard Shathade. We've heard all those weird names.
We've seen every Anglo-Saxon name with a D apostrophe in front of it.
Yeah.
DeMichael, DeAngelo, DeRaphael, DeShaniqua.
Yeah. We've gone through the celebrity names. So we've got a baby named Apple. All right.
We have a baby named Blanket.
Yeah. One named Cosimo. One named Audio. All right. A child named Audio.
Placenta? Do we have a child named Placenta, or do we have a celebrity or somebody named Placenta?
Let's see here. I don't think Jupiter is actually a weird name. That was Nimrat. Who is naming their child Nimrat?
Dan Margera. No, I don't know. It's got to be somebody with brain damage. What are Tracy Morgan's kids named? No, that's not right.
That's not good. Because everybody's getting pregnant up in here. So he's got lots of names. Yeah.
Crystalline Blue. Sounds like toilet bowl cleaner. Yes, it does. So
somebody's named Marvel. All right.
Of course.
Marvel.
But look at what are Beyonce's twins' names? Sir and what?
Ma'am, I'm not sure.
Sir Carter and the first one was Blue Ivy. And then she just had the twins, Sir and I don't know. Probably some.
I don't know. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So anyway, Rumi and Sir. R-U-M-I. Well, that's what her womb wasn't. Rumi. Because she had twins. So, but Felony.
Know.
Felony, that's a new one. I had never heard of anyone named Felony before. So, folks, just a thought. If you're thinking about having kids, or maybe your wife's already pregnant, or you're, whatever, think about the name. All right? Don't name them felony, misdemeanor, class A.
And don't be cute about it. Don't name her Melissa Demeanor.
Yeah.
Whatever. So that her nickname is Misdemeanor. Don't be cute like that either.
No, don't play with the weird with the weird initials either.
Melissa Independent. No. Miss Independent. No.
No, and don't be swapping.
You're asking for trouble.
Don't be swapping Y's with I's or throwing excessive X's in there or none. No. Yeah. Name them Bob. All right, Steve, Mike. Colin's a good name. I hear. Yeah.
Don't name them misspelled actual names.
You want a name that not many people have? Mitch. All right, there aren't that many Mitches in this world.
Here, this is what I'm naming. If Kim and I ever had a kid, this is what my kid's gonna be named. Ready? That's it. It's
Yep.
So there was
going the Prince route.
Yeah.
Watch out for initials too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My initials spell out Matt. Now that's not very. Yeah. It doesn't sound threatening, but guess what? It comes back to haunt you the first time you get lost with your friends in a car.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead, Kyle.
So there's a kid born here many years ago. His kid was named Malinky.
Maliniki or
Malinky.
Malinky.
Yeah, the parents were so proud. They said, "We need a Malinky." No, they were trying to name their kid Malachi.
No,
and somehow gave the name
no,
Malinky.
That's not good. Don't do that.
There is a piece of news that came out today, which I just had found.
Okay.
Did you guys see the what's going on with Snopes?
No.
So apparently, the two co-owners of Snopes, which was a husband and wife team, they divorced back in 2015, and then in 2015, Snopes had created this relationship with a company named Proper Media to actually help run the site and do the ads.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently, the ex-wife sold her share to that company, which now the current guy who actually, the husband is now fighting with them, and they're not sharing revenue on the ads, and so they've created a new site named SaveSnopes.com to try to crowdfund their lawyers.
Oh God.
So Snopes is in danger, according to them, of shutting down.
Well,
so what is the first thing you have to do when something like that happens? Go to Snopes to find out if this is a rumor or not.
Yeah. Is it a rumor or is it real?
It's real.
It's real. Okay. I had to check. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know. So, sorry, I am trying to get our break ready. So lots of stuff going on. During the second part of the show, we are going to be doing, as always, our double feature movie review. This week, featuring two interesting movies, both in their own right. It is Codename The Cleaner and Star Raiders. Star Raiders is what it was. That's right.
The Adventures of Saber Raid.
That's right. So, you're not, trust me, you are not going to want to miss this because it's something, right, Mike?
Oh, something is the word.
Yes.
It is something and a half.
All our listeners need to know.
Yep.
Is that this movie was partially funded by a Kickstarter.
Yes. I actually mentioned that in my review. So if you want to know all the details of the review, you're going to have to stay tuned. So we're going to take just a quick break. We'll be back in just a few. Everybody, please stay tuned. This is PTR Radio.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer.
Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer.
Like a bullhorn, your cologne announces your every arrival, 4 blocks before you get there.
Here he comes now.
Here a splish, there a splash, everywhere a splish splash. You don't stop till every square inch of manhood is covered.
Everywhere a splish splash.
Overslept and haven't got time to shower? Not to worry. You've got 4 gallons of cologne and a plan.
Pour it on.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer. Because we think we smell a winner.
Mr. Way Too Much Cologne Wearer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch.
When you're looking for that perfect gift for any occasion with a personal touch, but don't want to break the bank, make Butterstown.com your first stop. The team at Butterstown can make you personalized gifts for birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, holidays, girls' night out, baby's first Christmas. If you dream it, they can make it. Glassware, signs, memorials, treat jars, and custom orders are welcomed. Gifts for friends and family, both two-legged and four-legged. Butterstown.com is your go-to shop. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for all of their latest offerings. Butterstown.com, proud supporters of New Beginnings Animal Rescue.
Need a website? RadicalThinking.net makes it easy. We specialize in secure web portals that you'll be able to modify from any computer with internet access. Meeting all your website needs from hosting to design, RadicalThinking.net can provide a custom program just for you at a price that won't break the bank. Don't pay more for lower quality. Trust Radical Thinking with your website. Check us out on the web at www.radicalthinking.net or email us at info@radicalthinking.net with any questions.
I'm gonna run in, scream the name of the person I'm voting for, and run out.
I'm gonna skip my next haircut to vote.
I'm voting because everyone at the polling place is legal. Seriously, I can anyone there.
I'm voting so I can take my mind off of Kristen and Rob.
I vote because it's all of our civic duty to help choose the people who will lead this country into the future. Also, I love hitting on the little old chicks who check you in. No teeth.
Meeting a teen girl online is actually pretty easy. You can go into any chat room and just start talking. Most of the girls are usually so insecure and desperate for
attention from older guys is totally flattering. They're so much more mature and understanding than the guys my
age actually works to my advantage. They like to brag to their friends that they're dating an older guy, so I just play along and pretend I'm really
interested in the same things I am. You can talk forever and really get to know someone without worrying about looks or whatever. That's the best thing about
chatting seems unthreatening to them, so they lower their guard. After a while, I start talking about how we're soulmates and how lucky we are to have found each other.
Other people don't understand. I know what I'm doing. If you really care about each other, there's nothing wrong with me.
Meeting them is the goal. Once I get them out of their house, well, that's when things get really interesting.
Online predators know what they're doing. Do you?
Now, back to PTR Radio.
Spectacular group of men. You go find them, you throw your arms around them, you give them a big kiss on the mouth.
This is PTR Radio.
That's right, everybody. Back for hour number 2 of the show. Don't forget to check out the website, ptrradio.com. Subscribe to the podcast. We always want you guys downloading the latest episode, and you'll catch stuff like the On the Road Again with Shaggy, or if we happen to put out a special, short clip or anything like that. Also, check us out on Instagram, PTR Radio. Not a lot going on there but occasionally you'll find something that we don't put anywhere else. And YouTube is where you can see, the On the Road Again video segment. We don't put the video on our podcast, so put it on Facebook and YouTube. So follow us a lot of different places.
I was just thinking about maybe the hat impressions. Maybe PTR is going to join Snapchat.
Oh, Snapchat.
That's a good idea. Never done it, but makes sense.
Neither have I. So might as well do it for the show.
That's right.
Yep. Now, just before break, I was mentioning that Snopes was having problems doing a GoFundMe to try to fund themselves and their legal fees.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And also we mentioned that we have a movie coming up that was partially funded by Kickstarter.
Correct.
So I did want to discuss something that I think people should support on Kickstarter.
Okay.
And it's a Kickstarter to help restore the historic mission control room used for the Apollo missions and later for space shuttles. So apparently the original mission control, which was reconfigured for space shuttles, has been basically mothballed for years.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a $5 million project to restore mission control back to its Apollo setup.
Okay.
And open it up for the public to come in and see it.
As a museum, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
So $3.5 million have already been put in by the city.
All right.
The city of Webster, where it is. But because the city of Webster also wants the public to be part of this, they are matching up to $400,000 of donations.
Okay. Well, it's not a bad cause. Although my question would be, why wasn't it a choice to modernize it and make it the command? I mean, I guess I don't know the history. So one, why did Mission Control move? Why didn't it stay Mission Control and we didn't just modernize it?
Because they replaced it with Unix and basically Linux at the time. And so when they went and replaced them with basically PC technology, then it would basically be a complete gutting of the original room. And since that's a historical room, it's a National Historic Monument, that was too much of a gut for them to do because it would be destroying what's already there.
Okay, but I've seen people put, like Raspberry Pis inside of Commodore 64s.
That's basically what they're going to do.
And that's, I've seen that work.
Yeah.
They're
basically be going through and replacing the space shuttle keypads with the original Apollo keypads and getting all the screens set up with, who knows, it could be Raspberry Pis, whatever it is. But going through and getting all that. So basically it looks like they've said it's going to be set up to look just like it did on the day that they landed on the moon.
Okay.
And all the screens will have the information on them as if that was the day they landed on the moon.
Are they like when every tour comes through, are they going to replay like one pivotal scene? Like one tour comes through because like Disney, one of their adventures, like every time you go through it, it's a little bit different. Like the Star Wars ride that I went through, one time you go through and it's, one path through this choose your own adventure type thing. And another time you go through this way. I think if they're going to do this, they should do it right. One tour you go through, we're landing on the moon. The next time you go through, it's like, Houston, we have a problem.
That would be fun. They should do that.
I think that's the way it should be.
Now, there are different levels of, the minimum amount of money where you can get something back is $15.
Okay.
You pay $15, you'll get a NASA logo sticker.
A sticker.
And you'll be able to deduct $15 from your federal income taxes because this is a nonprofit.
Oh, okay.
So
I like deductions.
$35, you get a T-shirt.
All right. What do I have to pay to get my name on one of the plaques? Where it says like, like it says like medical, and then underneath it says Dr. PTR Radio.
I don't know because all the higher level ones are like meet Andy Weir, and
I don't want that.
So
although that'd be kind of cool. I mean, we all like the movie.
Yes. So as I said, $55. Then Michael Okuda, who's the guy who basically invented the Star Trek Next Generation computer screens.
Okay.
He has a mission patch that you can get.
Ooh, I like mission patches.
$75, you get a metal punch-out model of Apollo 11. $75, you get Saturn V. $100, you get a mission control documentary. Let's see. You go up high enough here, then you start getting
a trip to the moon.
a signed copy of Andy Weir's next book.
But it isn't now. I know this is off topic a little bit, but that's what we do. Andy Weir's next book isn't. It's not going to be hard science fiction. It's going to be very soft science fiction-y, though, wasn't it? I thought that was going to be.
It's going to be about a trip to the moon, so it kind of makes sense.
I thought it was going to be. I thought he said in an interview though that I was watching that he said it was going to be a traditional sci-fi one, not fact-based hard science like what The Martian was.
That's how out of it I am. I was going to ask, who's Andy Weir?
The
author of
wrote The Martian.
Yeah, he wrote The Martian.
I kind of got to that point.
Yeah.
The name of the book is.
You did like the movie, didn't you, Mike?
Yeah, I liked the movie.
I mean, Matt Damon did pretty good. It was yet again another time where we had to rescue Matt Damon, but that's what the U.S. does in films is we rescue Matt Damon.
How has Matt Damon not got an ankle bracelet on yet? For God's sakes.
I don't know. We got to, while you continue talking, I'm going to look up and see where we're going to rescue Matt Damon from next. Well, actually, we already know, because aren't we rescuing Matt Damon from space next in that new Ryan Reynolds film, Life? Isn't he in that one?
I don't know.
If he is, that's not announced. I thought it was Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal were the main males.
I know Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. But I thought that Matt Damon was in it too.
But then again, nobody knew he was in Interstellar until it came out.
Last night.
Well, you looked it up. I actually have donated $250 myself, and for that I get a $220 deduction. I get the Mission Control documentary, the mission patch, the meatball sticker, the T-shirt, the autographed copy of Artemis, the metal Earth models of Apollo 11. 2 of those, and a model of Apollo 11 and a model of a Saturn V. Apparently, I'm only 150 people who get this reward because nobody else can have it. But that was called the Space Geeks package.
Okay, so his next movies, as far as acting, because it looks like he's producing a couple things, but the next movies as far as acting is he's in a movie called Downsizing, a social satire in which a guy realizes he would have a better life if he were to shrink himself. So we're going to save him from being small. Suburbicon, a home invasion rattles a quiet family town. So we're going to save him from a small town. And then Ocean's 8. I don't know how we're jumping to 8, but somehow we're jumping to 8. We're skipping everything in between. Because last time I checked, we only had 3. Unless they're rebooting this. I think maybe they scaled down the cast, maybe?
Wait a second. This is the female version of Ocean's 11.
It looks like it. So,
right?
Yeah.
So we had 11, 12, and 13.
Yep.
And now we're going back to 8. Because it's all female, and we know the pay scale is obviously wrong, so they had to go smaller.
But Matt Damon still plays the original character, Linus.
Because you have to have some connection, and George Clooney was even like, yeah, no, I'm out. I got kids now. I'm out.
James Corden is in this film at some point.
James Corden?
Yeah. Like from late night talk show, James Corden.
Oh, God.
Rihanna is in this movie. Sandra Bullock is in this movie. So, okay, between Matt Damon and Sandra Bullock, there is 2/3 of your production budget.
Can we just stop?
Kate Blanchett is in this movie. Olivia Munn, Anne Hathaway, Dakota Fanning, and Richard Armitage. Or whatever in the hell you call his name. This looks like a big name movie.
Yeah, Matt Damon and Carl Reiner are just cameos.
Well, he's 5th down from the top in cast.
Yes, but according to Wikipedia, it's a cameo.
That's because it's sorted by IMDb star meter.
Of course, because the official credits, we don't know the order of appearance yet, and the official credits have not come out.
Yeah. Danny Ocean's estranged sister Debbie attempts to pull off a heist of the century at New York's star-studded annual Met Gala. Her first stop is to assemble the perfect crew. Lou, Rose, Daphne, Kluger, Nineball, Tammy, Amita, and Constance.
Anybody want to guess who plays Nineball?
I already know because it says on the IMDb it's Rihanna.
Of course.
Now, here's a list of people who have...
Cate Blanchett plays Lou, though, so you know at least she's a main character.
Here's a list of people who have verified that they have cameos. Anna Winter, Alexander Wang, Zach Posen, Derek Blasberg, Lauren Santo Domingo, Kim Kardashian, Kendall Jr.
No, I'm out.
What is this, Sharknado?
Katie Holmes, Olivia Munn, Haley Baldwin, and Zayn Malik.
I'm out. As soon as you said Kardashians, I'm out.
But just as cameos.
I don't care.
Oh, and Richard Armitage is in it, too.
Yeah, I said that.
I missed that. But I have to see the name. I probably heard it, but I have to see it to go, oh, it's that guy.
Well, okay, in your defense, Shaggy did read it wrong, so.
Because, he was the best guy of Gisborne.
Oh, since we're on movies before our review, don't forget, guys, on the 6th, which is the Sunday after this coming, is our live tweeting of Sharknado 5.
Yes.
That is right. In fact, wow, that's going to be a busy weekend for me. So I got my public appearance on Friday. And Saturday, I'm going to have to just mentally psych myself up to be ready to live tweet Sharknado on Sunday.
Well, just a list so far of the cast. Brett Michaels, Tara Reid, Charo, Olivia Newton-John, Tony Hawk, Fabio, Marcia Lucia, Cassie Scarborough, Clay Aiken, Kathy Lee Gifford, Al Roker, Gilbert Godfrey, obviously, and Margaret Cho.
So we having a get-together?
Yes, we're having. Well, I already told the wife. I'm like, hey, one of these Sundays, Colin's coming over and we're live tweeting Sharknado. And she goes, why? I said, because we did before. I'm like, and if they come out with a Lava Lantula 3, we're doing it to that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wonder if they got that in the Lava Lantula 3. Hey, when I type it into Google, it knows what the hell it's talking about. So. What? 3 Lava, 3 Lantula is a 2017. It says it was July 7th, 27. Did we miss it? Did we miss 3 Lava, 3 Lantula? How did we? No way.
No.
We couldn't possibly have missed that.
I know there was 2 Lava, 2 Lantula.
Yeah, I know that there was sequel. A sequel to Lava Lantula called 2 Lava Lantula by Sci-Fi, July 28. Some of the cast, the original films. Yeah, see, this site says it doesn't exist. 3 Lava, 3 Lantula. But when I was looking on the sharknado.wikia.com, which you'd think would be a reliable source, Lava Lantula 3. Yeah, it says it doesn't have any. It just has stubs. So this is what people want there to be. And fandom says there is no 3rd movie coming out. Yeah, because they even put a stub in here for the 4th one. 4 Lava, 4 Lantula.
Yeah, the name definitely would not be 3 Lava, 3 Lantula.
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't make... You're right. No. No, that would be stupid. I mean, we all know it would be something else better.
Yeah, of course, and according to this, Steve Guttenberg does not have anything planned other than being in. What I said. Check that. Yeah, no. Steve Guttenberg doesn't even have anything. So you had, by the way, while I'm looking this up.
Yep.
You had an interesting bad sitcom thing that she.
Oh yeah. Let's do this. I have a list, and you guys love it when I do lists. All right.
Yes, we do.
I do a list, and then I ask you guys to tell me who's on the list. All right. So I have a list that you guys weren't supposed to look at.
All I see was the 3 pictures that showed up on.
So this list was the 31 worst sitcoms of all time. Okay. Now the 3 pictures you already saw was Mama's Family, which I don't agree with.
Don't agree with.
Two Broke Girls.
Super agree with.
And another show that I don't know right now because I can't find it. But I'm sure we'll get through it. Somewhere on this list, they are there. So anyway, so that was the picture that you saw. I don't know if you guys knew who that middle one was or not, but so Mike.
Oh, hold on, let me look at the. No, I have no idea.
Okay, so Mike, can you name for me one of the 31 worst shows of all time?
Worst sitcoms.
Worst sitcoms of all time.
Let's see. They put Two Broke Girl, or they put Mama's Family on there, so that kind of gives me an idea of which way they might be skewing. I'm gonna say Step by Step.
Not on the list.
I'm actually having a hard time with this. It's
Well, I think you will have a hard time because some of these I bet you've never heard of before.
I am not a avid watcher of sitcoms.
Some of them you've probably heard of at least. But I will give you one that I doubt either one of you have heard of that is on this list. All right?
Well, who's in it?
It stars Jennifer Aniston and, gosh, I don't know what the hell the guy's name is.
Was this one of the Friends replacement?
This was
ones?
before Friends.
Before Friends.
This was before Friends, and it also had Charlie Shatler in it. You'll know Charlie Shatler from the movie 18 Again, if you ever watched that. Most people probably didn't. But he was also in Diagnosis Murder. He played Dr. Jesse Travis in Diagnosis Murder.
I can picture his face. I didn't know Jennifer Aniston did anything before Friends.
Yep.
Okay, I give up on that one.
This is based on a famous movie with Matthew Broderick in it. The TV show Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller's Day. Oh, God.
There was a TV show called Ferris Bueller.
Wow. Okay. I do vaguely remember that now.
Let's start off one.
All right.
Golden Palace.
Golden, not on the list.
Yeah, it should be.
Nope. Here's another one. Here's one that you have probably heard of.
Maybe if you just start from the top and go
Okay.
from the bottom and just give us who's in it.
Okay, who's in it? This was a sitcom that they said the show would have been great had it not been for the patronizing of the people watching it by casting a insurance company's spokesmen in the lead roles.
Yeah. Cavemen.
Yes.
Yeah, cavemen, yeah.
Yes. There was no way I could tell you who was in it because it was a bunch of cavemen. All right.
Actually, if you had said that the assistant researcher from The Day After Tomorrow starred in this, I would have gotten it.
Okay. God, how are you ever going to get this? Marshall Thompson, Trudy Young, Erna Selmer, Jack Mulaney, and Volker Stewart were in this. And I am going to say this was originally released in 1972 to 73. Really?
Yeah,
that's before I was born. None of it.
No. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. Wrong one. There were two of the same name. So, sorry. This stars George Foreman, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Tony T. Johnson, Lauren Robinson, Lawrence Gillard Jr., Anne Haney, Pablo or Rolando Glande.
Yeah, you
Norman. It's just a TV show called George.
Yeah, so
it's a sitcom called George.
I was going to make a guess that it was just going to be George.
All right. This one you definitely should be able to get.
If it's the one at the top of the screen, I instantly saw it because it was hard not to see.
Can I take a guess to see if there's one on here? Because one just popped in my head, and if it's not, that the Duck Factory.
No.
Oh, that was.
No, definitely.
That wasn't good.
Not on there.
The show's so bad that Jim Carrey refuses to acknowledge it existed.
No. Let's see here.
Or Bob.
This one was starring. This one went 91 to 93.
2 years.
2 years. Don Amendolio, Scott Baio, Lee Bernardi, Frank Bonner, Alan Cook, Bruce Davidson, Tony Dow. We're getting deep into the names now. Another one based on a movie. A bad movie.
The Heavenly Kid.
Nope. Harry and the Hendersons.
What?
Yes, there was a TV show.
Okay,
I think maybe we should just go through the titles and
all right.
comment on it.
Yeah.
Here's one called Homeboys in Outer Space.
That was a Wayans Brothers.
Yeah, this is more fun. Go through the titles and see if we can figure out what it is. Yeah.
All right. Well, this one's easy. It's Joey. They put Joey in.
Joey's bad, yeah.
Here's a current one. Yes, Dear.
Yes, Dear.
Or relatively current. It was within the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I only saw a couple episodes of that. I didn't think it was horrible. It was predictable, but I didn't think it was horrible.
I actually liked it. It had the dad from Glee.
Yeah.
The current wife on Joey Tribbiani's new show, Man with a Plan.
Yeah.
And the dude that played the barber in The Rock, who flipped out at the end like, please don't kill me. I just want to know, do you like your haircut?
Yeah, I gotta say, there's stuff my dad says on there somewhere.
No, it's not.
Yeah, just.
But there is the next show. Obviously, actually has the name, has that word in there. It's Dads, the Seth MacFarlane live-action sitcom featuring Martin Mull. Now, I saw one episode of that and I thought it was funny.
I didn't see any episodes of that.
Was that the one that was Seth Green in that?
Seth Green was in it. Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was okay, but I mean, now to me, that was on par with Two Broke Girls, and I don't understand how Two Broke Girls just got canceled.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, I do understand it. Okay, when one of the broke girls gets engaged to a multimillionaire, it kind of ruins the premise of Two Broke Girls.
Yeah. Next one on the list, After MASH.
The one with Jamie Farr.
Yep.
I mean, it was
no.
trying to replace MASH. It could have been the best sitcom ever,
and it wouldn't
still
have done
would be
it.
the worst sitcom ever.
Next one is called Rob.
Rob,
which is Rob Schneider's family focused
Rob Schneider.
sitcom.
Rob Schneider is married to a Latino woman and has to deal with the whole Latino family.
Why
next
did
one.
anybody ever think that was a good?
Next one was the follow-up to Mad About You, which never had a chance because Mad About You was good. The Paul Reiser Show. So that one never had a chance. Here's one, The Ropers.
Oh yeah, the reason why Don Knotts got on the show.
Yep.
Coupling, the American version, never made it.
That was just stupid. I mean, do you know why that's stupid?
No, not really.
Coupling was...
Why does it have the sheriff from Eureka in there?
Because he was in it. Coupling was a copy of
a British show.
Of a British show.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh.
Coupling in the UK was a copy of Friends.
Oh, okay.
So Coupling is a copy of Friends
a copy
through way of a copy of Friends.
Okay. Then we have Two Broke Girls.
Okay, Mama Blair writing in, asking if this one's on the list. My Mother the Car.
It is on the list. Very good. Yes.
Wow.
My Mother the Car is on the list. Here's another one. The Great Indoors, which...
That's new. That just got that ran this year and got canceled like 4 episodes in.
Yeah.
I actually liked it.
And then immediately next on the list after that one, My Mother the Car.
I mean, I didn't love it. I only watched a couple episodes of it, but I thought it had some potential.
Yep. S My Dad Says. You're right. Sorry. Sorry. That one was on there.
That one deserves to be on the list.
Yep.
It's the first time a TV show ever destroyed a perfectly good, fun Twitter.
Well, first time a Twitter account inspired a TV show.
Yeah, so it's kind of both.
Emily's Reasons Why Not. Next one. And then this one, I think, is where the girl from the middle came from. It was a show called Work It. I've never heard of it. Another show called Imaginary Mary.
That was this year and canceled after 2 or 3 episodes. Jenna Elfman, where it's basically a female version of Right Said Fred.
Oh, okay. 1600 Pen.
Yeah, we have a couple here like that one. I think that would not be on this list like 2 years from now.
No, because nobody's going to remember it.
Yeah.
Here's one. Joni Loves Chachi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's an infamous one.
See, I couldn't remember if Joni Love Chachi was actually a legit comedy or sitcom or whether it was, because I just remember the what killed it was the opening sequence, the theme song. Chachi playing the piano and it's all romantical and it
Well, it's like if there was a list of best sitcoms ever, then you have to try to figure out, is MASH a sitcom?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because if you consider a sitcom, that is number 1, and number 2, and number 3.
Yeah.
Next one up is The Millers, which I don't think I saw an episode of that. And then Are You There, Chelsea? Followed by My Big Fat Greek Life.
That one.
I mean, they got 2 movies out of the concept, so why try any more? The Secret Diary of Desmond Pfeiffer.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
The Hard Times at R.J. Berger. Angel from Hell. I think I remember the name.
I meant to watch it, never did.
Yeah, that was another one this year. Jane Lynch was in it.
Yep.
Bad Judge.
Bad show. I think that's good.
Mulaney.
Wait. I wasn't saying Bad Judge was a good show. I was saying the blurb underneath that says Bad Judge,
show.
and then after it says Bad Show. And I'm like, I like that.
Mama's Family, they didn't like.
Yeah.
It says if Tyler Perry's Medea were an old white lady. I didn't mind it.
No, but that is a very good show.
It ran for 7 years.
Yes. And it comes off one of the best variety shows of all time.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't translate well to today, obviously. It's very dated.
Yes.
But so is All in the Family. But Archie's Chair is still in the Smithsonian.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks. I think that is going to do it for that. Yeah. Let's see here if we can get into this.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Another
the bit that when we started discussing through the week, I said, might as well just rename this to Ape Man Has a Conniption. Because I did not realize there are as many bad movies out there as there are fish in the damn ocean.
That's right. It's time for the PTR Radio Double Feature Movie Review. This week we have Codename The Cleaner, and Star Raiders, The Adventures of Saber Rain. Now, Mike, I have 2 pieces of paper here, right and left. Pick one.
Left.
All right, we will be starting off with Codename the Cleaner. And Colin, pick a number 1 through 3.
2.
Mike, you're up first.
All right. So I had a feeling that I had seen this before. And the last time that happened was when we did Paramedics as a review. And
this isn't starting
Shaggy was an inch away from getting beaten to a pulp for picking that movie. That's how much I enjoyed Paramedics.
Loved it. Favorite movie.
So
it's on repeat.
And
now.
it turns out, yes, I had seen this movie before. So as I'm going through it, all right, it just Cedric is wearing a Lacoste t-shirt or a Lacoste shirt. That might be a clue as to how old this movie is, because Lacoste was still in style. Well, besides the fact that Cedric himself was still relevant, not doing diabetes, nerve pain commercials. And hey, don't trust that FBI agent. He's a Cylon. He is a Cylon. He don't even know he is, but trust me, he is. Flash even told me so. He's a Cylon. He's not one of the good ones. Now, when this movie was suggested, folks, behind the scenes, we had some concerns about discussing it because some of our comments could be construed as racist or have racial overtones. My fears at least, were put to rest the minute Cedric started talking, because he just basically spit out every one of the racial jokes that we may or may not have made about this film. And every stereotype he pointed out for us. And there's these flashbacks where he's all Navy SEAL. And yeah, that's not feasible in any universe. Any universe. Not even one created by James Cameron from the ground up. Did Cedric write this movie? Somebody check IMDb and see if he's got a writing credit. Because there is no way that dance scene with Nicolette Sheridan in her skivvies, that is the typical actor writing a scene to benefit himself. And no other reason than that. It served no damn purpose at all. And the dance scene makes me want to shoot my eyes out. Meaning when Cedric starts dancing. We're 30 minutes in, no sign of Lucy Liu. She's not my most favorite actress in the world, but I'm getting tired of it. And there she is. Right as soon as I said something, there she is. Now Cedric is really in trouble because the chairman shows up. And by the chairman, I mean the dude that's going to go all Iron Chef Capoeira, only the strong on your ass. There's one dude that I do not want to run into and piss off. It's Mark Dacascos. And I'm kicking myself because I didn't pre-screen this. This movie epically fails the IMDb trivia requirement of 3 or more trivia points. And by epically fails, I mean there are none. There is no trivia. 0. The trivia page on IMDb is blank. Oh, no, I'm sorry. There's only one trivia item. And I don't know how they figured out that Nicolette Sheridan was not the first choice to play the role of Diane in this movie. But thankfully, Shaggy, I believe you have... her name is escaping me now. She was in the movie with Brendan Fraser where she played the devil. Married to Hugh Grant.
Elizabeth Hurley?
Yes, she was the first choice. Ooh. I think. Black Rambo. Blambo. Okay, wasn't that the part that Carl Weathers played in Predator? I'm not sure. And warning, Stereotype statement coming up. What self-respecting Asian drives a Saab? I'll wait. No? Okay. And finally, the most uplifting point of this entire movie, the chick fight at the end. So this gets a smirk, all right? I don't like any of the actors that were in this movie. Let me just be clear about that. So it's hard to watch. Not a one. It had its moments, but I couldn't get into a movie with actors that I'm just so blasé about. So, I mean, if you're looking, it's almost a fun family flick if it wasn't for a couple of gratuitous scenes with women in their underwear. But no, there's no sex scenes. There's no nudity. So, you know, PG-13, I guess. We've reviewed a lot worse.
You want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
As I said earlier, I didn't realize we had a show until this morning. So, and sometimes I'll watch the movie early in the morning, the day of the show. But this time, it was, I was already at work. So,
watching movies is frowned upon at work.
Watching movies is frowned upon at work. So, I listened to Codename the Cleaner as an audiobook instead. And I gotta say, this movie works pretty well as an audiobook, because Cedric the Entertainer basically does a running commentary throughout the entire movie of everything that's going on. So because of that, I feel like I saw the movie without actually having to see the movie, because at no point did I not understand what was going on. Now, I was the one who brought up the point originally that I wasn't sure that we were the right people to review this movie. Now, that is not because I was afraid of being, racist. That was simply because, as I came to understand, I don't understand the jokes. There are jokes about Jet Magazine and Skittles. I did not know that Skittles were a thing. I've heard watermelon and fried chicken, those old, but Skittles? Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing?
It's a thing.
Well, I did not know this. I found the basic plot of this movie kind of stupid, because the idea that there was a microchip stuck inside another microchip, that's not really something you can get away with. That's not a thing. And a video game company doesn't make microchips, so I wasn't sure what was up with that. There was one part of this movie that I kind of liked, and that was the interaction between Cedric the Entertainer and the butler. I think they could have done a lot more of that. They could have, pushed the janitor reveal much further into the movie. Even though they try to keep it going, like, is he really a janitor? Isn't he a janitor? But, they could have had him with the bad guys trying to make him think he really is a secret agent. Because that was just him doing that. And I don't know. I think that would have been more fun. This movie does get a smirk from me because, as an audiobook goes, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good audiobook. Like I said, I was kept I knew what was going on. So yeah, smirk.
All right. Well, that's our first audiobook movie review. So that's pretty good.
There'll be another one soon.
Coming up. All right. Codename the Cleaner. Okay, now I have to admit I was a bit apprehensive about reviewing this movie. We've tried to stay away from what I might refer to as more ethnic films. Okay, well, we went right after Skip Trace, but that's Jackie Chan and everybody loves Uncle Jackie, right? So when Codename the Cleaner came up, we all conferred and decided, yes, even though it's a Cedric the Entertainer film, we would review it. Now, before you start saying we've opened the door, I'm going to tell you right now, don't ever look for a PTR review of Boo! A Medea Halloween or Big Mama's House. Codename the Cleaner got its shot purely because we looked at the star power in the film and thought, hey, it's got to be good. Like a great joke, this movie has everything. A black guy, an Asian woman, an aging white man, and what else could you want? Oh yeah, a sexy blonde. So let's break down the cast. Obviously, Cedric the Entertainer plays the lead here, a man named Jake who wakes up in a hotel room with no knowledge of who he is, how he got there, the briefcase full of money, or the dead guy lying next to him on the bed. Sounds good so far, right? Then we get introduced to what he immediately thinks is his hot white wife, Diane, played by Nicolette Sheridan. You'll know her best from Desperate Housewives. Then we move on to the waitress at the diner we learn is later Jake's girlfriend, played by Lucy Liu. And well, if you don't know who Lucy Liu is, then why are you even watching this? Follow this case up with the head of the Target IT company involved in the movie, Riley, played by Will Patton, most recently from Falling Skies fame. But you probably also know him from Armageddon. And then stir in about 50 other actors with various credits and accomplishments, and you have a really good cast. The action in this film moves along at a good pace, and at no time did I feel myself wanting to skip forward. In fact, during a particular scene in the bedroom, I contemplated rewinding a little bit. And although certain aspects of this movie are predictable, you somehow hold out a little hope that you're wrong and things are as they seem. Now, I'm not going to say that this is a laugh-a-minute comedy, but this amnesia genre has been played before, so it's not a new formula. In all, this movie was very enjoyable, and like the guys from the Red House Furniture Gallery would say, this movie is good for a white person or a black person. So regardless of color, I give this movie a nice big smile rating.
So we're all pretty close.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad of a movie. I did, and I know Mike said he didn't like anybody in it, and he's gone right now, but, I mean, Will Patton being in it, granted, he was on screen for maybe 10 minutes out of the whole damn movie.
I'm sure he did a very good job with his dialogue.
But yeah, he did a pretty good job.
Because I thought all the dialogue was read very well.
Yeah, and I mean, he just has to be there in person for you to be able to see him. Is all Will Patton has to do. And I did like it. I thought it was pretty good. I sat here, I cleaned up the office, and I watched the movie, and I was perfectly entertained with it. So, smile rating from me.
Yeah, Will Patton just shows up for no damn reason.
But you know what? That's your star power right there, Mike. You said you didn't like any actors in it.
Well, I forgot that he was in it because it was such a bit part for Will Patton. I mean, I was like, hey, I got an hour to kill. Okay.
Yep. So we got a smile and 2 smirks out of that one. Next up,
that might be the highest rated film we've had
in a while
so far.
Next up,
collectively,
Star Raiders: The Adventure of Saber Rain. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'll go first on this one.
Oh, please,
because I have a 1-pager here. It was a stretch, trust me. Crowdsources can be a good thing when it comes to getting a prosthetic leg for some poor kid who's hopping down the street, or to get vaccines to a third world country where people eat dirt for breakfast. But Star Raiders: The Adventure of Saber Rain is an example of the dark side of crowdsourcing. Some might even call it the evil side of the whole genre of publicly funded projects. Let me start by giving you a synopsis of the plot. A self-exiled space vigilante helps 3 Guardians track down hijacked royalty on a forbidden planet. Along the way, they find the worst forest in the planet is inhabited by the same being who hijacked the royals. Gunfights, sword fights, mindless drones, nonsense love scenes, and horrible dialogue fill the entire story from beginning to end. Now, I'd love to go on about this movie, but the sad part is the plot is as thin as the makeup and mask in the movie, so you can see right through it. No, I mean literally, I could see the bad guy's eyes from behind the mask, and he's not supposed to have any eyes. The local haunted house has a better costume creator than this film does. The only thing this film has going for it is the novelty of Casper Van Dien. Yep, your favorite Starship Trooper and then man who we most recently saw as Rumpelstiltskin is back at it again, but this time he's on the good guy side. His acting is lousy, his jokes are horrible, and even he has to make fun of the cliche catchphrase usage during this movie. If you have to watch this film, please do it as a drinking game. Every time someone says, "It's always got to be the hard way," smash a beer bottle over your head. That's about the only way to make this thing enjoyable. So again, this is a Kickstarter funded piece of $20,000 crap in a cheap Van Dien suit. So please do yourself a favor and don't. I've seen Skinamax porn with better acting and dialogue. My rating is a pure puke on this one, kids.
I'll go next, Mike.
Go right ahead.
So, once again, most of this was done as an audiobook. I didn't catch the last half hour-ish.
Yeah. By the way, before you get into it, Mike, I opened the door to let Colin in, and he's got his phone, and he's holding his pad with the other one. He's looking on his phone, and I hear it. He's still watching the movie as he's walking into my house.
Yes. So, I listened to most of this as an audiobook. And you know that you have bad directing when people's dialogue starts immediately after the previous person's dialogue ends. There is no time left there for a character to have spent any time considering what the other person had said. It's just talk, 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 on and on and on. And it's like it's obvious that none of them are actually listening to each other. In fact, I will say there were only 2 performances in this movie that were any good as far as actually sounding like human beings.
Okay.
One was Casper Van Dien. The other was Carissa Van Schrug. Those are the 2 people in this movie who I thought actually sounded like human beings.
Did Carissa Van Schrug play the alien ship?
Yes, she played Control.
Okay. I didn't even go into who the characters were.
So I give this one, I'm not going to give it full puke, but I will give it a belch.
Okay.
Take it away, Mike.
All right, so right off the bat, the effects look like a bad video game in this movie. I honestly had no idea about the whole Kickstarter thing, so now it kind of makes sense. I'll kind of forgive them a little bit because we have seen worse effects.
The Kickstarter was just for the effects.
I retract my previous statement. Okay.
That's why I said.
They could.
So, wait a minute. Cynthia Rothrock is in this? Okay, wait. Business Mind has just picked up a little bit. Wait. This is the movie that had not a single trivia item on IMDb. Not even something about the Kickstarter. No trivia at all. So I am really slipping. A planet with no historical data and under quarantine, inhabited by zombie-like mutants. Where have I heard this? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's Miranda from Serenity in the Firefly universe. This movie is starting to remind me a lot of Dragon Fighters or whatever the hell that World War II movie with the P-52s against the dragons in the desert.
P-51 Dragon Fighter.
Yes.
That's it. That's not a good thing.
No.
So one of the alien consortium, it looks like a recycled lizard person from Land of the Lost. I've been half interested in the movie the entire time I watched it. I'm kind of in and out. The lizard chick thing is a chick. All right, so that's kind of like Enemy Mine, where the lizards are, okay, didn't see that coming. And as Shaggy pointed out, bad guy has half a head, which kind of makes sense since the movie seems to have half a plot. But too bad I can see his eyes blinking. Why does it seem like so much of this movie was shot in front of a green screen? This is not a Frank Miller film. Also noticing that the evil henchmen look a lot like Ming the Merciless's henchmen from Flash Gordon. It's starting to turn into, like, we got all these props from other movies, and they're already paid for, so let's just mash them together and make another movie with them. and Iron Man weapons with the hand thing. And love how the one bad guy, while they were dogfighting, used the Top Gun hit the brakes, will fly right by thing to get behind the people chasing him. I don't think that would really work in real life ever. An hour into this damn movie, the prince has gotten the ever loving but Jesus out of it. An hour in, and nobody can give him a wet wipe or something to wipe the blood off his mouth.
I noticed the same thing. I'm like, how long are they going to let him go with his shorts on his face?
He didn't. Oh, I'm bleeding. Not even nothing. No, just blood sitting right there, like jelly from a PB&J that he was And that's the only appearance of Cynthia Rothrock as a hologram. She probably shot that in her house and just emailed it to them. And I started to think that she looks terrible compared to her China O'Brien days, but she is 60, so she looks pretty good for 60, even though she was pixelated and it was hard to tell. The way this ended, it sort of seems like this was a pilot for a TV series. And I thank the Lord that never happened.
It looks like they were trying to get picked up on like UPN or something.
Well, it's hard to tell. This just came out.
Oh, okay.
This better not get picked up. If it gets picked up, I will be so disappointed. So
they want it to be a movie series, not a TV series.
Whatever. It ain't going to happen. Even Kickstarter ain't that dumb to fund it twice. Look, this gets a gag from me. I can't give it a puke because it really wasn't that bad. It was a good effort, but this was pretty bad. So, and Colin, to your point about the talk. That's what they did on Gilmore Girls, and it worked. Gilmore Girls got a revival, for Christ's sake. So let me sum it up this way. I would rather sit through the entire Starship Troopers trilogy. Yes, I said trilogy, which includes Hero of the Federation and Marauder, in one sitting with only pickle juice to drink, than watch this movie again.
Now, here's something I didn't say before. It really, really bugged me. And I think
Okay.
The bad guy's name is Sinjin.
Yes.
Which they have spelled Sinjin. That is not how you spell Sinjin.
No, it's actually spelled St. John.
Yes.
St. John. Yes.
So
and we know anybody who's watched Airwolf
would know that exactly.
Yes.
And I was actually considering while I was listening to it, doing a funny thing, saying that this is a takeoff of Airwolf. And then I saw that they didn't even spell the name correctly. And I was like, I can't even go there. They didn't even bother. They heard the name Sinjin, liked the name, and came up with their own spelling. Couldn't even figure out how to spell it correctly.
Well, and here's the thing. So the guy who plays that character, James Liu, all right, evidently a relatively well-known kung fu guy.
Oh, that makes sense. He did look like a Power Rangers bad guy.
Known for doing stunts and, like fight scenes.
Wasn't the princess also a stunt woman? The princess that turned?
Sarah N. Salazar, is that it? Was that her name?
Yes, and I only know that because I had to look her.
Yeah, she's got 15 credits in stunts. She was an absolute zero?
I only knew that because I had to look her up because at first glance I thought she was one of the chicks from Van Diemen's other movie with where he was Rumpelstiltskin.
Not.
I thought she was one of the princesses. She's not.
She's not. No.
But...
Oh, and here's something we missed.
What?
Codename The Cleaner was nominated for 2 different awards.
Hey.
So Nicolette Sheridan was nominated for Worst Supporting Actress at the Razzies. But it was also nominated for a Taurus Award at the World Stunt Awards, which is a serious award. It was nominated for Best Fight.
So here's the question. It was nominated. She was nominated. Who won?
Let's see. 2008.
Because I want to know who is actually worse.
Okay. So, worst actress. The nominations were Lindsay Lohan for I Know Who Killed Me. Jessica Alba in Awake, Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and Good Luck Chuck. They put her on 3 different movies to nominate. Logan Browning, Janelle Parrish, basically everybody from Bratz. Elisha Cuthbert in Captivity, and Diane Keaton in Because I Said So. And it looks like the winner is Lindsay Lohan, is in a tie with herself.
Okay. All right. So we kind of could guess that, but all right. So
worst actor of that year was Eddie Murphy. For Norbit.
Oh God. All right. So we decided that since this is our most popular bit, or one of our longest running bits, that we want to give the listeners a chance to be more involved.
Yes.
And to be able to join in the discussions. So what we've done, we've come up with a list of bad movie candidates to review, and we are going to just use a random number generator right now to select the 2, and we're going to give you the titles ahead of time so that the listeners have 2 weeks to try and tune in so that they can contribute.
Not only that, but we were tired of blaming each other for bad picks.
Yes.
Especially when they were back-to-back bad picks. And so this way, there's chance to throw at it.
And also give us ideas for movies.
Yes, we also want you guys, please, for the love of God, tell us what movies we should be watching.
Now, with that said, I think what we'll do throughout the next 2 weeks, guys, we'll talk about it in Slack, and we'll come up with like qualifications or rules.
Yes.
Like it's got to be easily available on either Netflix streaming or Amazon.
Yep.
Or Hulu.
Or who?
Yeah.
Free viewing. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Yeah. It has
YouTube
to be somewhere
well.
that everybody that's a part of the show, as well, including the listeners, can get to it and get your chime in. And, over the next probably month, I will work on not just putting up our reviews, because I have started a folder. Not that folder. I started this folder right here of PTR radio movie reviews, which has quite a few. I'm looking for more because I know I've kept every review that we have done. So I have every ranking that we have given any of the movies.
The score is not necessarily what we said.
Yeah, not what we said. But I have, that's all in the podcast if you really want to find out. But I have every score that we have given every movie that we've looked at. And I will try to get those up on the website so that we will know that we won't have to review a movie again. And then a way so that listeners can submit their reviews and their rankings. So hopefully by the beginning of September, you will be able to do that.
Sounds like a plan. All right, so who's got the random number generator?
I can get one.
Okay. Right now our list only has 14.
Okay, and we're going 1 to 14. And 4.
Number 4, a title from Amazon, Nether Beast Incorporated.
Okay.
I think that's the one I put on there.
Nether Beast Incorporated. And the second movie that we will be reviewing is going to be number 6.
Hunk, off of Amazon.
Hunk or Punk?
Hunk. H-U-N-K.
All right.
Okay.
So those will be so Nether Beast and Hunk. I don't think we could get polar opposites.
Yes,
if we tried.
If I remember correctly, Nether Beast is not a movie about a beast who's another beast. It's about a company named Nether Beast Incorporated.
Nether Beast Incorporated.
That's about the extent of what I remember.
Yep. Yep, about a company of long dead or undead office workers. And whereas Hunk, the movie, is primarily about a computer nerd who makes a deal with the devil. Familiar genre for that point in time. It was made in 1987.
Wow.
Lots of those movies.
Yeah.
So,
quite a combo.
Diametrically opposed movies.
Zombies versus devils.
Yep. So those will be our two for the next show. So watch them so that you can give us your opinion of what they are, how you think they are. With that said, though, folks, you have been listening to PTR Radio. We want to remind you, check out the website, ptrradio.com. You can also sign up for the podcast there, which will get you not only the show, but everything else that we do on the road again with Shaggy, as well as any other audio bits that we put out there. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram, our Facebook, our Twitter, all those different social media outlets. Just look for PTR Radio, and we'll be there. Soon to come, maybe Snapchat. Who knows? You won't know unless you keep up with us on all the social media platforms. So with that said, our next show is going to be on the 7th, but keep an eye on Twitter because on the 6th, we're going to be live streaming we're not live streaming. We're going to be live tweeting. Sharknado 5.
And live Facebooking.
Yes. We'll be live posting Sharknado 5 on the 6th of August, followed immediately the next day by a PTR radio show. Nothing but good things coming in the beginning of August. I'm telling you right now. So, with that said, folks, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the 8-Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.